Hey there, America. Breaking news that you need to hear right now. President Trump has just signed off on what many are calling the most significant relief package for senior citizens in decades. That's right. $2,500 relief payments are reportedly being deposited into bank accounts tonight for all Americans aged 60 and over. But is this really happening? Who qualifies? And how can you make sure you get your payment? Before I dive into all the details, if you want to stay informed about the latest financial news that affects your wallet, hit that subscribe button and notification bell right now so you never miss an update that could put money in your pocket. Now, let's get into what we know about these supposed relief payments. According to sources close to the White House, President Trump signed an executive order late yesterday authorizing the Treasury Department to begin processing these relief payments immediately. The move comes after months of rising inflation and economic challenges that have hit America's seniors particularly hard. The administration is claiming this is part of their economic recovery plan aimed at providing immediate financial relief to older Americans who rely on fixed incomes. The payments are allegedly being distributed through the same system used for stimulus checks during the COVID-19 pandemic. If you receive Social Security benefits, veterans benefits, or other federal retirement benefits, you're supposedly first in line to receive these payments. The Treasury Department is reportedly using the direct deposit information they already have on file, which is why some Americans could see these funds hit their accounts as early as tonight. But here's what you need to ask yourself: is this news too good to be true? The reality is that major financial relief programs typically require congressional approval, not just an executive order. Has Congress actually passed legislation authorizing these payments? That's something we need to consider carefully. What's the source of these funds? How is the government financing this massive relief effort? These are important questions that deserve answers. Let me break down what we're hearing about eligibility for these supposed payments. According to the reports, all American citizens and legal permanent residents aged 60 and over would qualify for the full $2,500 payment, regardless of income level. This would mark a significant departure from previous relief programs that often had income caps or phased-out benefits for higher earners. For married couples where both spouses are over 60, each would reportedly receive the full amount, meaning $5,000 per household. Now, what about those of you who don't have direct deposits set up with the IRS or Social Security Administration? The reports claim that paper checks would be mailed out starting next week, but that process could take up to 3 weeks to complete. This is why having your banking information on file with the government is so important for receiving these kinds of payments quickly. But wait, we need to address the elephant in the room. Why haven't we seen this announced on every major news network? Why aren't financial advisors talking about this? If $2,500 payments were truly hitting accounts tonight, wouldn't this be headline news across all major media outlets? The lack of widespread coverage should raise some serious red flags about the legitimacy of these claims. Another important thing to consider is the timing. We're approaching the midpoint of 2025, and while the economy has faced challenges, there hasn't been a recent crisis or emergency that would typically trigger such large-scale relief payments. This makes the sudden announcement of $2,500 payments seem particularly suspicious. So what should you do if you're over 60 and hoping to receive this payment? First, be extremely cautious about any emails, phone calls, or text messages claiming to help you secure your payment. Scammers often use fake news about government payments to trick people into sharing personal information or paying fake processing fees. Never share your Social Security number, banking details, or other sensitive information with anyone who contacts you about these supposed payments. Instead, always verify information through official government websites that end in .gov. The IRS website and the Social Security Administration website would be the first places to announce any legitimate relief payments. You can also call the official phone numbers listed on these government websites if you have questions. Think about it: if the government were really sending out $2,500 payments to every American over 60, that would amount to hundreds of billions of dollars. A program of that magnitude would require significant legislative action and would be announced through official channels with clear guidelines and timelines. Now, it's worth noting that there have been legitimate discussions in Washington about providing additional support to seniors facing rising costs. Some lawmakers have proposed expanding Social Security benefits or providing targeted relief to help with healthcare costs, housing, and other essentials. These are real policy discussions happening, but they're quite different from overnight $2,500 payments hitting bank accounts. What we're seeing here is likely part of a concerning trend of misinformation that spreads rapidly on social media and through certain websites. These claims often contain just enough truth, like acknowledging real economic challenges facing seniors, mixed with false promises of immediate financial relief. If you're struggling financially, there are legitimate resources available. The Administration on Aging offers programs to help seniors with everything from food assistance to utility bills. Your state and local governments may also have relief programs specifically designed for older residents. These programs won't deposit $2,500 into your account tonight, but they can provide real, sustainable assistance. Let's also talk about financial preparedness in general. In today's uncertain economic climate, having an emergency fund, understanding your benefits, and staying informed about legitimate financial assistance programs is more important than ever. Consider speaking with a certified financial advisor who can help you navigate your specific situation and ensure you're taking advantage of all the benefits you're entitled to. Now, why am I discussing this topic today? Because financial misinformation can be harmful, especially when it targets vulnerable populations like seniors. False hopes about immediate relief can lead to poor financial decisions or make people vulnerable to scams. I believe in providing accurate information that helps you make sound financial choices. The truth is that major government programs don't appear overnight. They require legislation, appropriations, and implementation plans. If President Trump or any administration were launching a program to send $2,500 to all Americans over 60, it would come with official announcements, press briefings, and detailed explanations of how the program works. So what should you take away from this video? Be skeptical of dramatic financial news that doesn't appear on official government websites or reputable news sources. Verify before you trust. And most importantly, focus on building financial resilience through proven strategies rather than waiting for overnight solutions. If legitimate relief programs do become available, I'll be right here to break down the details for you: what's real, who qualifies, and how to apply. That's my commitment to you and this community. If you found this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with friends and family who might be confused about these relief payment claims. Your support helps me continue providing accurate financial information to more people. And remember, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update that could impact your financial future. I'm here to help you navigate the complex world of personal finance with accurate, actionable information. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.